Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Dave Maslock talking to you about reciprocity.com. And today I actually want to talk about implementing a proofreading checklist into reciprocity.com. So if you don't know me, I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out to get through graduate school that I wanted to create something that paid the favor forward to other people around the world. And one way that I started doing that, and I had this idea, I think it was about in 2015 when I started actually thinking about it. I was having a drive home from Orlando. I live in Florida, about 4 hours from Orlando, and I was having a drive home. I was driving the kids home in the car after we were at SeaWorld. It was the first time that my youngest one stayed up the whole day, and we did SeaWorld, and we came back. We had a really, really fun time. And on the way home, I was thinking about, well, why hasn't anybody created some sort of platform where you can get essentially free proofreading as long as you contribute and you help out other people on that? And I was like, you know what? That is weird that nobody else has done that. And then over the course of several months, I was up at night just sort of thinking about it and dreaming about it. And then one day, I told somebody at a party, and they said, well, why don't you do it? So I started doing it, and I started trying to get people together. That didn't work out very well. Then, we started doing we were funding it ourselves. So it was me who's actually building this out. My wife is supportive, but, we're building this out. We have a developer. And really what it is a proofreading platform where you can get free proofreading as long as you help out other people. You can get credits if you purchase those credits for your own proofreading. Now, it's a work in progress. Obviously, these things don't happen overnight. And that's why I'm asking for you to get some help with implementing some features on reciprocity. I'm just really looking for what your thoughts are in terms of some of these features. So the first one that I want to do this year and implement is some sort of proofreading checklist, and putting in a checklist so that when you review or edit the document, that you will get something that will pop up and tell you, did you check this? Did you check this thing? Did you, just going through, making sure that you go through and actually do your job and you check all the things that you're supposed to do. Now, why are checklists actually useful? They're used all over the world. I'm a management scholar, and checklists are a really powerful tool to make sure that we actually remember to do things. So in the surgery suite for airline pilots, that's why they have checklists. So they go through and they actually check this stuff off, because our memories are not that good. We're really imperfect in a lot of different ways. Our mind is very, very imperfect, and we don't do a very good job generally. We're good at sort of making things up on the fly, but it is this sort of it's this sort of routine stuff that we tend to forget on a regular basis. And so that's what a checklist is for. And that's why I want to include this. But I'm kind of stuck in terms of what we should include and sort of implement this. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I kind of need your advice and what you're thinking and how we should implement this. Now, I must point out, I might not, take everything that you say, because sometimes people say really unusual things. And then the other thing is, when we go for development, I ask the developer to do this kind of stuff. And sometimes it's hard to do, or there's an easier way to do one thing versus the other. So it might change. But, that's not to say I would absolutely love to get your advice and what you're thinking with this. So when you, on reciprocity, once you upload your document, you click submit. Once you've done you've either gained some credits, you've earned some credits, or you purchase credits, you click submit, it goes to an editor. And then that editor actually does the work and then puts it back onto the platform. And then they click submit and get sent back to you, and then they rate you. So I'm wondering what areas on the paper that you would like me to put on there. Like, what are some key things that we should build into this checklist in terms of what are the key areas that frustrate you the most? Put comments below, please. Put some comments below. I'm really looking for that. So for me, the biggest thing for me is just cutting out fluff as much as possible, because I do more technical writing, and I honestly, cutting out fluff makes a big difference in all writing. And I know I do that, and most people do that. And I could cut out tons of material. It's just kind of, it's there, and it's sort of helps with the point, but it doesn't really necessarily help, and you can cut out a tremendous amount of stuff. So normally when I write a document, I'll start off, it'll be like 50 pages once I'm done, or 55 pages once I'm done, and I can cut that down to 35 by just cutting out some fluff along the way. And it really adds up once you start doing that. So maybe that is one thing that I would like to, for people to look for, sort of redundant material, and cut that out. The other thing is, what are the key problems that you have in a paper, and, what sort of ways do you want me to suggest to the editors to improve your document? So what are the key things? Is it the introduction that you would like help on? Is it sort of the flow of the document? What are the key things that you think that we should ask editors? And, if you're an editor and you're watching this, a proofreader of some sort, what are key things that you see on a regular basis that you would love to put in that? Now, the last thing is thinking about, how would you actually like this implemented? What can we do, or what can I do? What can I ask the developer to sort of build this out? How would you like it implemented? Do you want to implement it once do you want this, like once the editor uploads the document, do you want something to pop up and some sort of pop up so that they can go through this checklist and make sure it's done? Or, when they download the document, when the reviewer or editor downloads the document, do you want them to get this checklist to sort of go in front of them, or download at the exact same time? What are you thinking? And now, do you want some sort of step-by-step process where maybe it is, some sort of sequencing at the beginning? You get some sort of pop-up that says, do these kind of things. And then at the end, you get another pop-up that says, do these kind of things, and you have to check off those things before you can sort of proceed. Do you want something like that? Is that what you're looking for? I don't know. I would love to get your thoughts and opinions, and then I can tally them up. So in a couple of months, probably 2 to 4 months, I will start implementing this checklist. So just make sure that you get your comments up and thoughts up soon, so that we can start implementing this. So soonish is like 2 to 4 months, maybe even, if there's still comments and stuff like that are coming in, maybe in 6 months, I could start doing that. But that's one thing to implement. And then my last question, or that's the one thing I want to point out, make sure you do it right away. Write some comments and your thoughts, and I would enjoy seeing them, and then I could tally it up. And just put it in the YouTube comments, please. Okay, and then the last thing is, if there's other features that you think I'm missing, what's the things that is the most rewarding, or what I can do that would be relatively easy and sort of low-hanging fruit that I can implement at this moment. So that's an important thing, is thinking about, if you're asking for the moon, that's really expensive, and we'll get there. It makes this platform makes zero money for me, makes nothing for me. It's a net loss. So I want to do things that are sort of easy at the beginning, and then maybe once it starts generating revenue, then we can start doing more challenging things and start implementing that. So please let me know what you would like on this, and I would love to implement it. I'm just honestly being a decent human being at this moment and trying to help you out. So however way that I can help you out and build it into the platform, I would love to do that somehow. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that I do need reviewers. We need proofreaders and reviewers to go onto the platform. So if you haven't done so yet, please do go on there and start reviewing some documents, start getting up. The queue is relatively long, and I'm not, it's getting longer at this moment in terms of how long it actually is taking to get a document proofread, and it's making me a little bit nervous. So I would love for you that are wanting to proofread or wanting to review, go on there and do a couple of things so we can start getting this working and working very efficiently. Please. Okay, so anyways, that's my plea. Anyways, let me know what you're thinking. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the next video. By the way, if you know of people that would love this platform or want to do some editing and stuff, please share this video with other folks. I would greatly appreciate that, because it's just me, lonely old me. And I know that the world is a big place, and I know that there's awesome people out there. Anyways, take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.